Hello, everybody, and welcome to Never a Foul. This is the big weekend. The Prem is back, and we are here. Of course, we're going to join by the whole family of Never a Foul, Ty, Daps, and Cass, and we're going to just discuss everything, Premier League, everything about the big weekend that is coming here in starting tomorrow right away. But before we do that, all I need from you is right away, hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, you will need to subscribe to be able to join the chat. Also, you can check our membership below. And you get like call-in shows, maybe giveaways sometimes. But let me just first welcome Ty. Ty, how are you? How is everything with you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Been a busy day. Busy streams, just been on Saeed's channel, obviously talking about a subject we won't really touch on. But yeah, away from that, the football's good. I hope everyone else is good. It's Friday tomorrow. Big up yourself, Mo. I enjoyed the show yesterday, talking about the transfers and stuff. And it's going to be good, man. Daps is on, Cass is on, whole little Never a Foul panel. And shout out to everyone in the comments as always. 50 people already here. Make sure you do smash the like. And let's enjoy the show, man. Some good games to talk about.
Yeah. Welcome to the people that are already here. Sid, welcome, Sid. Daniel is here with us. Naz is here with us. Travarelli is here with us. Jessica Lambert is saying, hi, guys. How are you, Jessica? And Mohammed is here, but he retracted his message somehow. Mama Flossie, of course. Abdi Ali. Ma Tata United is here with us. Wayne is here with us. Himari always here with us, of course. But big up everybody that is here with us. I'm gonna remind you guys, of course, you will need to hit that like button for me if you just joined us now, because I need the likes to go up quickly to 50. You listen, Ty, I was gonna start right away with, well, I'm just waiting for Daps, to be honest, to join me so we can start talking about Spurs and Man City. Of course, guys, we're going to have all the games. We're going to talk about most of the games with you. But let me just get general thoughts from you. How are you feeling going into this weekend? Is this going to be a big weekend? Liverpool playing Wolves away. Chelsea was Fulham. Fulham just won against Chelsea just 3 weeks ago, of course. You playing Crystal Palace, so you dropped point against 2 weeks ago. And Man United, of course, Man City Spurs. And that game when Man City came back from 2-0 down. It looks like it's a big weekend. Wolves and Liverpool with all the, the controversy that happened in the cup and the goal that got disallowed and them winning back. So how are you feeling about this weekend coming in? How do you feel it's going to be big or just going to be quiet and calm?
Nah, do you know what? I'm actually really looking forward to this weekend because I think when people look at it, you've had the Carabao Cup semi-finals, you've had the FA Cup. It feels like the Premier League hasn't been here for like 2 weeks. That's how it actually feels. So I feel like Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Spurs, Man City, Arsenal, you all want to win. I don't think it's any good coming back from a break of the Premier League and getting off on the wrong foot, because it just applies pressure to yourselves immediately that you've got to then win your next game. So I actually think when you look at the fixtures, there's going to be someone dropping points from the so-called Big Six. We've got Arsenal going to, Goodison Park, new manager Sean Dyche. Yes, they've not been great, but we know what Goodison Park can get like. Early kickoff, not nice to play. Then you've got Man United at home to Palace, expected to win. Sometimes the pressure then comes on because you're expected to win. Chelsea at home to Fulham. Fulham only beat them a couple of weeks ago, and Fulham have got nothing to lose. They're excellent this season. And then you've got obviously Tottenham, Man City. Tottenham have not been great, and people can see the flaws in Tottenham, but they play well against Man City. They play well against them at home. Man City have now got to show something to keep Arsenal on their toes, and they've also got to deal with a João Cancelo situation. Yeah, I get he's not played, by the way. So people can say, yeah, but he's not been playing already, but he's still left the club. So pressure is going to be on Pep to then find a solution to win, because if he doesn't win, it's like an easy narrative to say, oh, well, look, they've sold Cancelo, who's one of their best players, when they're challenging for stuff. So I'm excited for this weekend, Mo. I think someone is dropping points, and I'll be interested in the comments to see who thinks watch team are dropping
Yeah.
points.
Before we go deep into this, pause.
100 people here already.
I need 100 people here, 102 people here with us, and people, I need you right away. I need to get at least 100 likes in the next 5 minutes. Show us a little bit of respect. How good is this stream, as you can see on your screen right now? And also, you can see the stream in 2K. Remember that, of course. Remember that Cass and Daps will be here with us to complete the family, to be honest. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, quickly, who do you think, as Ty asked, from the Big Six will drop points? And also,
people are saying Man City already.
Himari is saying Man City. Oh my God, it's like right away, you know what I mean? And I want to talk, until Daps come in, let me talk a little bit about how I think this game will go. I think Man City will get the 3 points.
Okay.
I think the Poro hype is not, it's the first game. I still think Emerson Royale will start the game. I think Nathan Ake is going to be there. Only John Stones and Foden are injured, and they have enough depth, Man City, to control this game, even though it's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think this game, it won't be a walk in the park, but because Man City came from behind in that last game, I think they will have the upper hand in this game. Going to the upper hand, they will have confidence that even if we go 1-0 down, we still can come back. However, Tottenham, on the other hand, they were 2-0 up, and they lost 4-2. Easy peasy second half, they got torn apart. So that psychological effect on Spurs, they will have that loss in the back of their head during the game. And I think this is just dangerous. It would require a lot of work from the people in the backroom staff, you know, like to prepare players. What do you think about that?
I actually am going to disagree with you, because I think Man City can win the game 100%. I think Man City can actually win the game. I think they're the better team. I think if the best Man City turns up against the best Spurs, Man City win. We just don't know right now what Man City is going to turn up. But it's kind of exciting because Man City are only like 8 points off or 5 points off Arsenal, but they've not clicked into gear yet. And I was saying this with Daps on the stream ages ago. Man City will click into gear, and the best Man City could still catch Arsenal because they're only that far off and they've not clicked yet. So that's actually a positive on Man City. However, when you go into this game, obviously with Spurs, you said that they were 2-0 up against Man City at the Etihad, and they blew it, which they did. Any team can blow a 2-0 lead at Man City, though. How many times have you seen teams like Palace early this season 2-0 up against Man City and City come back? Once City score one, you know more are coming at the Etihad. 100%. The way they play football, they'll create chances. But I feel like a lot of people went into that game maybe thinking that Spurs wouldn't go 2-0 up. So the way Spurs have been this season, they haven't been great. They might take confidence from that, thinking, actually, we went to City and went 2-0 up and didn't hold on. But we know how we can hurt City. We know how we can threat City. So Pep maybe will shore up on them things, but still, Tottenham with Kulusevski more fit, Son, Danjuma now, Kane, their attack is fully fit. So they've got a chance to, go and win this game. And I think if you look at how I look at it, sometimes, when timing, it's like when Man United played Man City at Old Trafford, a lot of people thought, Man City should normally win that game going off the previous record and what they've done to us at Old Trafford. But the timing for us was great and we got the result. So it wouldn't be a shock to see Spurs win just because City haven't clicked yet fully. And, the centre-back partnership of John Stones, by the way, is not there. And I think John Stones is brilliant for them. I know he's not the biggest leader, as we saw against the Arsenal game, but I think he's their best centre-back. And Diaz has got to maybe come back in and show some leadership.
Yeah, one of the things that people are correcting me, Foden is fit, Ty. Foden is fit. And a couple of people asked if Richarlison is fit.
He hasn't started lately, Mo, even when being fit.
Man, I don't think it makes a difference, to be honest. Foden fit or not fit, that doesn't make a difference. He's a brilliant player. Maybe he's going to come off the bench or something, but I don't think Pep is going to risk him being that. But, however, I still think that City should be able to win this game. Richarlison fit or not, that doesn't make a difference for me. Youngmin's son, I've seen this movie before. I've seen it against Leicester City. You remember when he scored 3 goals off the bench and we thought he's back, and then a slump again.
He's not been great, yeah.
He's not been great.
Do you think, okay, because Man City, I think, can win this game, and I think they should, if they want to be challenging for the title, not because I think they should be beating Spurs if they want to challenge for the title, but because the position they're in, they have to win. Because if Arsenal do go and win against Everton in the early kickoff, that's another 3 points that they've gained.
Pressure on him, huh?
You know what I mean? So it puts pressure on City. Do you think, if City don't win this game on the weekend, but Arsenal beat Everton, do you think that's the league done?
I never will say the league is done. I will never say the Premier League is done. I have seen Man City come from 8 points behind. I have seen Man United win leagues coming from 10 points. I have seen Man City do it twice, coming from behind and winning the league. So I will never say that. If it was Man City with 8 points ahead, I will say that. But it's not, it's Arsenal. And until I see evidence, and it's only 20 games in, and there is 18 games left, that's a lot of points. And City are 45 points tied. They are not like 30 points.
This is what I'm saying, because City bias is tied. We haven't clicked into gear yet, and we're still second in the league and 5 points off. What does that tell you? If you just joined the stream just after what I said, I actually just said that. City have not clicked into gear yet. We all know that there's a better City in there. So for them to only be 5 points off when they've had the season they've had in terms of not being able to be consistent, should I say? Yeah. That's actually a positive for Man City. And that's how I look at it. If they do click into gear, that's a problem for a lot of teams because we all know what City can do. But, you know, they've got a different type of attack now. When you look at the Sterling, Sane's and a bit of the pace they've always had in that injection, I just think at the moment they're a bit slower in their attack. And they need to find something. Me and my boy Sam were talking about it, Mo, and he's a diehard City fan, and he was saying, we beat Arsenal, but something's not quite right. But that's for Pep to find out, which is why he's the manager.
Was it? I don't think City were the better team. I think it was a 50-50, but I didn't think that both teams cared that much about the game. It was a boring game. Both teams didn't care. And it's an indication, but not really. And it's not really the real thing. You felt it, that it wasn't the real thing. Both teams are thinking about the real thing. And that's how I felt, to be honest. But people, we got 120 people here, and I still haven't seen 100 likes on the stream. Please hit that like button. As you see on the screen, it looks like this underneath your live chat. Please join the thing. So, I know Cass is in the background. He can talk. People can see you. It's all right. And Cass just joined us. I think I'm going to just add him to the stream. But listen, Spurs, what happens if they lose at home? That's what I want to know.
Nothing.
To be honest, nothing.
Do you want me to tell you? Nothing. We've seen this before. We've seen Spurs be in, the position when Leicester won the league and then they could have won it. They didn't. We've seen Spurs just get top four. We've not seen Spurs win a trophy since 2008. I don't think anyone thinks anything of Spurs. If they lose the game, people will say Man City should be beating them anyway. No one has real high expectation for Spurs. Spurs just have this thing, where they can get big results. Not out of the blue, but they can get big results on days. Sunday could be that day. Sunday might not be that day. But I don't think it changes nothing for me, to be honest. So, yeah. And big up, by the way, can I just say, there was one comment specifically that said, big up Ty and Cass for your comments on the situation on Saeed's stream. So thank you for your nice comment there on a touchy subject. But we'll move on from that. But I just wanted to acknowledge it. So big up.
I really don't want to touch on the Greenwood subject, to be honest.
No, we won't. But I wanted to acknowledge the nice comment.
Yeah. Cass, welcome. How are you? How's everything?
Oh, I'm knackered, man. But it is where it is. Back on Never a Foul after having a day off, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was I honest? I wasn't honest. I was too busy watching us getting to a final. You know what I mean? Not everyone can say the same thing.
Yes.
Not for everyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though. But yeah, man, I'm calm. I just here to talk football and not politics and all that garbage, man.
I want to move to let's until that.
The thing is, we can't even finish on City because
Daps is not here
yet. Daps is coming. That's why I want to flip the question, Mo. You just asked me what happens if Spurs lose at home. What do you think?
I think it's Panic Station again. I think it's Panic Station. Absolutely. And let me tell you the reason why I'm looking at this table, and I heard that what's his name? There's someone a podcaster said he's on the Guardian, and he said, you guys are not realizing that Brighton are 5 points with 2 games in hand behind Spurs, and they have an easy game this weekend. Why are we just assuming that Brighton can do the job if Spurs keep losing points. They are in
you do know, Mo, that Brighton have got 2 games in hand on Spurs, you know.
No.
So that's what I mean. But and if they don't get top 4 Spurs, I think for them it's just not something that they expected to get top 4. I don't believe Antonio Conte. I don't believe that he's like, I'm doing wonders with this team. I thought the club really believed that they can get top 4 this year. And if they don't get it,
I don't think Danjuma and Pedro Porro convinces me enough that he's going to get over the line. Like, they're not getting top 4 for me. I think Chelsea have got a better chance getting top 4 than them now, anyways. And I think they'll and I've said it to you. What is it this? Would I say it to you guys this week, or was it last week? I think Chelsea will go on and end up in the top 4 in the end, because there are 19 games to go, and I don't think Newcastle look that good. And now no Bruno Gomes. Like, I think defensively they are good, but they worry me attacking wise. Cam Gordon get firing a little bit. They got no Bruno Gomes for 3 games, which weakens their midfield. Does that mean Joe Linton's got to go further back and not be where his presence is? I kind of question it a little bit. They'll probably get over the line anyways. I think regardless if they finish 4th or 5th, I don't think Newcastle fans, I don't think Newcastle actually care, but I do think Chelsea are going to go on a mad run. But then again, I could be wrong, because how long does it take for a team to gel? Can Graham Potter get it done? But you're talking on the Tottenham situation and City, and obviously Daps is here now, and
Daps is here with us a little
bit. But with Tottenham,
did you hear?
Am I here or am I here?
Yes, you are here. You are.
I'm here as in I'm out.
Yeah.
See,
I'm out. Did you hear what we said before?
Remember that joke?
Did you hear what we said before? So you got the combo.
But you said that City are going to win the league easily by 12 points. I
There
think
you
that's
go,
a bit
people in the
wild,
comments.
bro.
There's
But
the
maybe,
positivity.
who knows?
Yo.
Big up everyone that's inside as well. Man.
Anyway,
Keep
listen, we got 160 people in cast. I have pushed the likes too much, so please tell the people where to find the likes, and we need the likes to go to 100. We got 160 people, and we're only on 70 likes. We're not even half the people.
But the people, what, they disrespected it right now. What you guys
man.
did, man? I've been on side stream, then Football Terrace. Now I'm here, and then I've got Coppish later. I respect the work rate, man. And even tired. This is second stream. This is I think this is Daps' 3rd or 2nd stream.
That's my 2nd. I've got another.
With another 3rd one. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to give you different content here and there. Terrace was different. Size was a whole different. And this is completely different as well, because we talk about.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about what we've had for dinner or something like that instead.
Bro, I haven't even eaten, but that's I'm having your favorite tonight. Man's got prawns ready to fry up.
I just had a steak. I didn't have no veg with it. I just literally had a steak. That's it.
Mad, didn't it? People don't realize we've got to fit in a shower. We've got to fit in dinners when it's back-to-back streams, you know.
Yeah, for real.
What
are we talking on?
Spurs and City at the moment.
We're just talking on the City Spurs situation, and like, if Spurs don't win, are they done? But also with Man City, Mo was saying that he thinks Man City should win. I said that the best Man City turns up, Man City win, but we all know that Man City haven't clicked, but they're still close to Arsenal.
Bro,
so is this the time they click? Like, what do you think? How are you feeling going into this? Because Spurs
have
a good record.
I think you're spot on. And Cass would say, you know what? Cass at times, when he's on with me, can be a little shit, but Cass is actually a defender of City at times, yeah? I was listening to him earlier. The thing is, right, you're spot on, and I said this yesterday, right? And you could say that this season has been a bit of a humbler for me in particular. I like someone commented on Matisse's show the other day saying, Daps, you used to be such a humble City fan, but this season, and it's true that, you know what, with what we've achieved and the fact Haaland was coming in, I remember even saying to people, you know what, this year I am going to have a bit more chest, yeah? And it has been a bit of a humbler. Like, we have to be real, but it's good because we have been built different. Like, for me to support a shit team is not new to me, right? And this is not a shit team. We are not in crisis. We're not the team in 10th or 9th, yeah, out of most competitions. We're in 2nd, bro. And at this time of season, we often are in 2nd. So, but it is a humbler because we're not looking as fluid. But I know the media is still trying to push this narrative even today that, you know, there's other players at City that are unhappy, right? But media regurgitate things, right? Yes, there were. I honestly believe Pep has snuffed out the main cause of the unhappiness. I'm pretty confident with everything I've heard. And I think that has led to a lot of things. Now, I've been very vocal about Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan about the fact that I don't think they're leaders, right? I think they're amazing footballers. Being a good footballer doesn't make you a great captain.
I agree.
Right? And if you think about it, they are two players that have played many seasons with, you know, Bernardo, Walker, Laporte, Cancelo, Pep, and then there's conflict in the dressing room, which they've never had to face before because everything's been great, right? And then you've got two personalities that are used to letting Fernandinho deal with anything, and now they're having to deal with it. And I don't think they're the personalities to deal with it. And
even what you mentioned, even he didn't play all the time. Zinchenko rallying the dressing room sometimes.
Well, and this is what I'm saying. I feel like the personality, the senior personalities that Pep puts his trust in, the seniors, right? Not Ruben Diaz, may I add, the seniors, because he's not a senior yet. I feel like with De Bruyne and Gundogan, maybe their performances this season have been because as senior members, they're expected to step up and sort out the harmony. And actually, they don't have answers with that. And I think De Bruyne has dropped off this season. Bernardo has dropped off. Gundogan has dropped off. Ultimately, if you're listing a Manchester City and you're saying their three main midfielders have dropped off, yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem. But I think with getting rid of Cancelo, with the performance against Arsenal last week, whether you say we were great or not, right, whether you say they rotated, it was a win, right? 3 wins on the bounce. You're spot on. For us to win not only this game, but to win this league and have any sort of run in the Champions League, we need our best 11 to now step up. It's that time of the season now. If we do against Tottenham, right, and coincidentally, Arsenal, Dyche gets a blueprint made for Arsenal, right? All of a sudden, going into the game in 10 days' time at the Emirates, switches because the momentum is now City have got another win. We've got Villa at home. Fingers crossed that could be another one.
Then the pressure's on Arsenal.
We're going to Emirates on a 5-win bounce with, you know, a bit of steam. So look, it's a huge game. It's a massive game. The Conte thing, not Conte not being there, and I hope he gets well. I hope he gets better because with everything, I know he's lost a few people around him. It's not a good time. So
there's been 50-50s on that. People I've seen from Terrace, by the way, that something I said Conte not being there is a massive factor into why they would probably lose, and a lot
not
saying
necessarily though, bro.
No, this might be a big factor why they. Yeah, they said maybe that's a big factor why they're going to go on and do it for him. I'm like, why would
weird omens, bro? Sometimes just weird. Look, we all know if
fight more. Yeah,
we all know if the new manager bounce, right? There is such a thing as new manager bounce, right? So I'm not saying that his assistants are better coach than him or anything. It's just another thing in the back of your head. Like Pep straight away is going to be like, I kind of know how Conte is going to play, but is this going to be different? And will Pedro Porro start? Will he get thrown straight in?
I think I would. He's match fit.
And Pedro Porro and Kulusevski down that side.
You got Chicken Royale, and now you got Porro Chicken. So which one you going to go with? Like, you know what I mean? But for me, my theory upon that is, I don't think these players like Conte. I'll be real. I don't think they care. Maybe this is better for their mentality itself.
Yeah.
Or do they like him and he likes him back and all that? Does that put, because it's a Spurs mentality that we're talking about. But at the same time, this is what I mean. We was talking about these options for City. Some might think they win. Tottenham, and they think 2-1 here. I think they're gonna win this. I'm like, bruv, we're seeing Mahrez come back on form and that. Like, people, But like as shit as City might have been for their standards, it's like,
do you know another thing? I was just doing a preview with Alan. Do you know another thing that I'm thinking? Everyone's kind of focusing, right? Over recent weeks, there's been only a little bit of slander around Haaland, right? That, you know, Haaland can be nullified easily. This isn't me saying it. This is just what I'm hearing. Now, the other things that managers will be noticing is that Mahrez is starting to cook, right? They will be seeing the fact that Alvarez is influencing games when he's coming on. They'll even be looking at the fact that we have to admit it, even Mo, that Grealish is now influencing games more and more and more. So, I don't know. I feel like managers, because they should be picking up on these things way before us fans, will be thinking, do you know what? This isn't just about nullifying Haaland. If we pay too much attention to Haaland and don't close down Alvarez, for example, or don't get the ball back off Mahrez, or don't work out how players don't all follow Jack Grealish. So I think slowly Haaland might start to get that little bit more space, because I think other managers are going to start paying attention to the fact they do have to watch other players. They can't just throw everything at Haaland. So, look, I'm confident that, and I guess I have to be, because it's very simple, as Ty said. If the best City turn up, we can go on a run in the league and the Champions League. If we don't, that's our season done. It's
So
that
how
simple. So
are you expecting the best City to turn up tomorrow? So that's the question.
Took my question, I was going to say that.
That's
Yeah,
the question. You are confident
my
if
question
you
is,
turn
bro,
up.
do I expect it?
Yes.
Yeah, like compared to other seasons,
Bro,
you expect it.
Tomorrow.
very
for the game
simple-
Sunday. Sorry.
Yes, bro.
You
Because
are
we always do
expecting
turn
the
up.
best
We
Yeah,
City.
have
back in the
to.
team, I respect it, Daps. I respect it.
Yeah.
Backing them.
And
You
if
have-
we don't, this is what I'm saying. And if we don't, the inquest starts at the end of the season. But right now, I'm bored of all this bullshit. Yeah, we just need to back our team. And
Yeah.
you know what? Someone says it's blind faith. It's not blind faith because we've had fucking 5 years of reasons to back this team. So right now, let's remember when Mendy got injured all those years ago when we started playing Delph and Zinchenko at left back. Let's remember and trust what this manager and this team can do. It's that simple.
You know what, Daps, as well? I said, yeah, because I know we're going to other teams. So I said, when you don't play in the Premier League for a while, because it feels like about 2-3 weeks now, we've had the
It's weird,
Carabao
isn't
Cup.
it? With the congested second
FA
half,
Cup,
like
then the
this,
Carabao Cup, then it's back to the Prem. I always feel like when you come off a break, getting that first win straight away is so important. Like Spurs go and win, and the City don't. City in their head have got to wait another week, and then they've got to go again.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you come back from a break, I was saying to Mo, whether you're Man City, United, Chelsea, Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, you want to win this weekend, because if you don't, you've then got to then wait another week to find your momentum. I think actually this weekend, one of the big six drop points, because when you're not playing in that momentum and you've had a rotation or you've had a rest, teams can catch you cold. And I'm not going to lie, we'll touch about the Arsenal game in a minute, but going to Goodison at 12:30, new manager bounce, you don't want that.
Well, you don't.
I
It's a
say
different-
that, but I say that. Let's flip that then, Ty. Let me flip that upon both of you then.
Okay.
What if Arsenal, and they more than likely are going to go there and win? What
Yeah.
does that pressure do for Man City on Sunday?
Yeah, 100%, bro.
This is it.
But this is but this is the thing. This is the thing, Cass. Yeah, right. And I was about to touch on pressure. This is the thing. All season, what we have said, me being one of them, and probably every single person here, and do you know what? Apart from the Arsenal fans and maybe even some of them, we've been saying when it gets to the business end of the season, when the pressure is on, this is when Manchester City step up. So, and that's why I've been consistent with the fact that I think we will win the league.
This is what I love, though, man.
So-
it's the
so,
questions that you. It's the
hold on,
questions.
let me finish.
Questions.
So let me finish. So now that's where I am. That I have to say, we have all the pressure on us. Let me add little bit more pressure.
Ooh.
City in the next, I don't know if it's 6 or 7 games, 5 of them are away from home, right? So if we're looking at right now, the pressure on Manchester City, yes, there's no one, we can't do the usual. Pressure's not on us. The pressure is firmly right on Manchester
You need to
City.
get out the gates this
Well,
weekend.
yeah,
right?
because if
Are
you
we
don't
the
get,
champions that can rise to it? That's the question.
because if
have
you don't
to
get
get
over that
over the gate.
hurdle, remember their game in hand, Arsenal's game in hand, is Everton at home.
Yeah. You have to get
And
out, Cass.
that's
I'm
my
saying
last
it
part.
now.
That's my last part.
You have to get out the gates this weekend, and I think this
We have
game is
to.
bigger than what I think this weekend actually for all the Prem teams is bigger than a lot of weeks we've had, Mo. So yeah, I'm gonna.
I want to move to
Everton
Everton and Arsenal a little bit, and then
Yeah,
I want
man.
to ask you something. Daps just touched on the new manager thing, and Sean Dyche coming into Everton, right? How does that feel for the Everton, who just lost Anthony Gordon, and they haven't signed any big names? So from Everton point of view, going to the game, playing the team number 1 now, one of the teams that play the best football probably in Europe, along with Napoli and Barcelona. How does Everton approach this game? Do they defend the whole game? Do they play 4-4-2?
I think it's simple. I'm gonna let you go on, Ty. Go on.
It's simple. Yeah, it's simple for me. You know, you sit up tight, and then you just get through that 20 minutes and weather that storm. But I'm telling you now, if not, it's a new manager syndrome, right? So I would go out there and try and take the game to Arsenal. I'm not going to lie, right? Big up Arsenal, right? I'm going to be real with you. Big up Arsenal. They're having a great season and whatnot. Is their team, when you look at it, absolutely amazing individually? No, it's not, but it's great as a team. But if you've got a new manager, right? And I'm going to touch on a couple of things before Castor. New manager, Goodison Park's not been rocking this season. They have nothing to lose, Mo. They're playing Arsenal, top of the league, nothing to lose. You've got Sean Dyche, who's got players like Tarkowski. He's got Dwight McNeil, who he actually knows. There's players that he actually knows and know his system. So for me, you go out there, try and impose yourselves and see what you can do. Physically, they're big from set pieces. Arsenal might be able to struggle from them. And I just think this is one of them games where we've seen football for years. Me, Cass, Daps, and yourself, Mo. When new managers come in, 12:30 kickoffs, it wouldn't be a shock to me to see Everton win 1-0. I don't think Everton need to approach it in a way of let's be scared of Arsenal or anything. Go out there and press the manager, impose yourselves, and see what you can do.
Cass, before you talk, There's 190 people here, and we're still only now on 100 likes. We need the likes to go up to 150. It's free, people. It's not gonna cost you a penny. Just hit the freaking like. It looks like this. We really needed to go 150. Just do it now. I want to see
Get on your burners,
counting.
man. Just get on your burners quickly,
Yeah,
guys. Just double
man.
check quickly. 2 seconds of your time. Doesn't even take that. You know, it's a
100%.
fun button. If you're on your TVs, just quickly go do it now, man. Or if you're on your phones, it's quick. It's just a quick press. And if you
I'll be real quickly though, just before Cass goes. I think my heart says Everton should go out there and take it.
Oh, you took my line.
Oh shit! But I was about to say Arsenal in transition, they could be 2-0 up and kill the game. Done. So it's. Do they sit back and just chill? I don't know.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, so I was gonna say, look, logically, I don't know, because it's this type of show. I'm not gonna be shameless about it. My head, I think I said it wrong on Terrace. I said my heart, remember my head. My head tells me, yeah, Sean Dash, low block, 4-4-2, whipping the Dominic Calvert-Lewin, do them crosses, but my heart tells me Arsenal gonna absolutely smash them because
Every
Everton,
other hurdle, bro.
yeah. There's always
swear,
what am I looking for quickly? It's always with Arsenal currently. It's because of their reputation currently why we think they're going to stop here. We're going to stop there.
But they keep.
They're not.
No,
look,
we have to get over that.
we have to get over that. It's this test, the Sean Dyche test. Now, Everton's fan base currently with their club is toxic, is horrible. Sean Dyche might be able to shake them up that little bit that we might see. We might see a better Everton performance, but at the end of the day, they got two of the best centre-backs in the air. So I want to automatically dismiss Calvert-Lewin right now because their centre-backs are very good in the air. And they got Ben White to add height to that if they need to. Secondly, the midfield is going to absolutely dominate their they're going to dominate them, obviously. And then in their wide areas is where I don't have faith in Everton whatsoever. And I think Nketiah even his movement in and around. I think Arsenal have got this in the bag.
Yeah,
my head tells me
Arsenal have been resting for 8 days as well.
Yeah, it's these little things, and it's like, when are we going to stop doubting Arsenal? And I don't know why I'm talking like this. Maybe again.
No, bro, it's right because they're earning.
Because
they're earning us having these conversations, bro.
If I was on Rivals, not Virals, I would be absolutely smoking Arsenal as much as I can, not giving them no props. But because it's this, I feel like it's more chilled. This is my first.
You know what?
I'm thinking, bro,
we played Everton last season. Yeah, remember the hand of Rod?
He got a draw even at Etihad, by the way.
No, but remember, bro, when we played Everton, it was a bit late in the season. I think it was maybe round about March, maybe even early April time, right? And I remember it was a Saturday night and it was a 5:30 kickoff, right? And they were really good. They had Lampard, obviously, and it was the hand of Rod. Remember, it took a Rodri handball to.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these are the type of games now that Arsenal need to show what they showed against Leeds, for example, that even in the games where they're not looking as free-flowing, because they are going to have more of these. Look, they're coming up against teams that are fighting for their survival. And the players, it's not just a club, the players at these teams are fighting for their wage because they will have, there'll be clauses in their contracts. If they get relegated, it's long for players as well as clubs, right? So it's fine. Arsenal, this is a new test for Arsenal. It's finding ways to win against the teams that will fucking get a point against you by any means whatsoever. And they've shown it early in the season against Leeds. So I do think they can do it. I don't think this is a game Arsenal drop points in. I'll be honest.
Crystal Palace, Leeds. I think Arsenal will have this in the bag, as Kaz says. D1 is asking if Daesh is gonna do 3 at the back. This is tactical, and I actually have no idea how he's gonna set up his team. I'm like, listen, I'm with Ty here. If they sit back, Arsenal will slap them. If they try to go at Arsenal, they might have a chance. However, they haven't won a game probably in the last 7 games. So I think Everton.
You know what's so funny?
The players in the back, the players in their head, man, they are not. They are not.
They didn't buy anyone as well, did they?
They have got a draw. I'm not obviously. I know the context is key. Man City beat them 9 times out of 10, but they have gone to the Etihad and got a draw and defended resolutely. Ben Godfrey and stuff like that. If they can replicate that at home, it's a question, of course. If they can replicate that sort of performance, then you can't not give them a chance. Because being at home to Arsenal, for me, is easier than being away to City at the Etihad. And that's the only sort of
the fans are going to be. The fans are going to be, right, you've got to remember, for the last month or so, the Everton fans have been very frustrated. It's been very toxic, to the point where we have to remember, some of the board could not go to games because there was actual, their lives were at risk, Like, this is a new dawn, right? I know it's not new owners, but to be fair, a lot of the Everton fans still stayed loyal to Lampard. This is a new manager. They don't want to be relegated. Before not last weekend, the weekend before, it was the 5,000th or 50,000th Premier League game, right? And there was who has played the most Premier League games of all time, and it was at a point where Man United hadn't played yet. I think Liverpool hadn't played yet. It's Everton, because Everton, they can't be relegated, bro. They're a big club. They are a very big club. So this means a lot to their fans. So their fans are going to be up for it the weekend.
So I think it's more pressure, Daps. I think it's going to be harder for them at their ground than defending at the Etihad. Defending at the Etihad, you have nothing to lose. If you defend for 90 minutes at the Etihad...
Oh, yeah, but you've also got a 12th man, bro. Never underestimate the 12th man. The
crowd is already restless. I think the crowd is already restless.
I don't even think
they were, but Mo, right. This is Liverpool, yeah? One thing I know is Liverpool and Everton fans are extremely fucking passionate, right? They do not want to be relegated. I get that it's toxic up there, but they've just got a new manager. They're going to go in backing him. They're not going to go in chanting "Dice out," right? They're not, yeah?
No, it's not about that. It's about the players. The fans never had a problem with Lampard. I think they had a problem with the players. And we saw that
Lampard was a big part of the problem. He's just not good enough.
I agree with you, but the fans didn't see that.
No, I agree, Mo, but I guarantee you, yeah, as a football fan, whenever a new manager comes in,
you're going to be uplifted.
You aren't negative. You're positive, yeah?
We'll see once they go 2-3 down tomorrow. They're going to start booing players.
I don't want to see Everton play 4-3-3 either. I really don't. I think that if they do that, they've lost. 4-4-2 is the only way, and they have to have two hard-working strikers to deal with the inverted fullbacks.
It's a long day. Look, it's against Arsenal in this form.
It won't get close to them otherwise. You put 3, you're just going to keep backing off. Mate, they need to keep it compact, man, and leave it to the wide areas, honestly.
So Arsenal, same lineup, Cass? Same lineup for Arsenal? Same starting 11? No changes? No Trossard?
I wouldn't. I'll be playing my strongest 11.
Yeah, you don't change a team that's lost one game in the league all season. So, yeah, we'll see.
The
Smash the like, people, by the way. 200 people in here. Please make sure you keep smashing the like. The full NAF panel here. Friday tomorrow. Good vibes, good energy. So just please, make sure you like this video and subscribe if you're new.
They might warm Party back in.
Yeah, he's fit.
No, I know he's fit, but he did have a bit of an injury. They might think, you know what? Let's start off Jorginho. Why not? And so
I wouldn't.
They might.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay, so
neither would I, bro. But they might.
Another big game this weekend is Man United and Crystal Palace. Listen, is there any pressure on Man United being just dropping points against Palace two weeks ago?
Not at home.
Hey, our home record's disgusting. We got like 12 home wins in a row since we drew against.
How long have I been saying it, bro? People aren't speaking about you lot at home, you know.
Oh no, it's been different the last few years. This year we've just got this year, man. Like, and do you know what? I know people are saying, "Oh, you're getting gassed." Castle's at the game, right, on Wednesday. Mo, we're winning games at home. We've just signed Sabitzer to replace Ericsson. It does give us a bit of an uplift because you lose a player to injury and you get someone in. And I know it's small, but seeing Rashford, Martial, and Sancho come on as a trio, right? I have not seen like a crowd get so hyped for a subs and also Sancho coming back. There's a feel-good factor right now at Manchester United. And I feel like Manchester United is not Old Trafford of the old, like Daps would know, where we're 2-0 down and we win games. But there is a belief that when you go to the ground and Man United fans are there together, there's harmony, there's a togetherness, and that is showing on the pitch. If we want to be top 4, if we want to be going far in FA Cup and carrying that momentum into Europa League, you should be beating Crystal Palace at home. I'm going to be real. This Crystal Palace team have not been great.
As we're doing a show with context, they scored a last-minute goal against you, and it was at their gaff, right?
Yeah,
this is smashing goal as well.
Can I just ask Cass a question? Because I agree with you. Listen, that picture of Martial, Sancho, and
it was right in front of me as well, you know.
Someone's definitely put some warmth and a few other things on it to make it look good, yeah. But and you're right. Online, in the Twitter world and Instagram and all of that, yeah, it's a very fucking powerful picture. But Cass, I'm intrigued to know because obviously with the top reds and with whatever at Old Trafford, it is slightly different to the world maybe online. What's the reaction like to like Rashford, Sancho, and Martial at the ground? Is it like as big as it is online?
Trust me when I tell you, I hear fans in the ground. They don't like Martial at all.
Nah,
But then
bro,
you got,
they
and-
don't.
but then you got,
They don't.
but then you hear Stretford, the top Reds in Stretford end and near the tunnel. They're all singing the Martial song and stuff. It's weird, but it's like right now, I don't hear no complaints whatsoever. Like every time I'm in the ground, it's like everyone's just singing. Everyone, even after should have heard it after that game. Like even for about 10 minutes, it's all going off. I don't think as long as we're winning, it's not really an issue. Just want to see some dedication.
I see at City that I know at the ground there'll be some players that maybe aren't as in favour as online, and vice versa. So
no, it's always gonna. So online people ain't got a notion, man. It's what you used to.
No, they haven't got a clue, bro.
They ain't got a clue unless you actually go to a game. They ain't got a clue. The only reason why I say they don't have a clue in terms of people that actually go to the games is because on TV you can only see certain things.
Yeah,
you think you can see the whole pitch, but you can't. You
No,
really
100%.
can't, because the position of most people would go to Bruno as their man of the match yesterday, but I can tell you for me it was Wan-Bissaka. The amount of recoveries that man was doing and making sure they didn't get in behind Varane and that was immense. And then it's just little things like that, but you don't see that.
I 100% agree.
His positioning puts them off to the point he drags them inside. People don't see that kind of stuff, but it's for me, Man United, Crystal Palace, bro. We're gonna smack them. It's gonna be like I actually think we're gonna get another few goals.
The Congo masterclass.
I don't get me started. Last time we came to Old Trafford,
City Bias TV with a super chat. I think we've gone past City, but I think he's talking about Man City. He's saying I'm hitting 3-2-4-1 for the rest of the season. Is that true? I'm assuming he's talking about Man City.
Oh no, he's meaning formation 3-2-4-1.
Yeah. He's meaning formation for Man City.
That's technically 4-3. That's technically when you look at that. That's technically, you know what that is. That's 4-3-3, bro.
Yeah. Look, this is a thing, right? Sky Sports at the start of a game put out a formation, right? A formation changes in every state, like in transition. So, I mean, 3, it could be if Ake pushes up or Rico pushes up when we've got the ball, that then becomes a 3 at the back potentially. So, look, let's just wait and see, man. Do you know what? With City, I'm tactics. Who's going to start all of that? It's all too deep for me. Ultimately, we need
to go in there and win the fucking game.
Every player to fucking work their ass off now and try and win this league. That's all it is.
So with the Man United on Palace, do you start Sabitzer this, Sabitzer that a little bit, or no?
Nah, do you know what? Yeah, Sabitzer. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fred still. I just think, and the reason I'll just say Fred, I do think Sabitzer's the better player in terms of he'll press. He's better on the ball. He'll do.
He ain't had man minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not even that. Do you know what? I feel like, and Daps will hear this as well. The way he played against De Bruyne, the way Fred's come on and impacted games, the way he played against Spurs, I feel like as Bredgens, and it's like us man here in life, it would be a disrespect to then just dash Fred out when he's actually come on the other day and scored as well. So I think if Fred's going to make himself apparent in this squad, this is like a chance for him to actually say, do you know what? I can start in this team because my man's injured. So
yeah, I think Ten Hag will see it like that.
I think Sabitzer would maybe
hold on. Did Fred start the other day?
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He come on.
He started yesterday.
Oh, he did. Sorry, he started yesterday and scored. Yeah, sorry.
But in the first half, he was good, but he was a bit like.
Bro, Cass, I'm with you, Cass. When you play teams, when Man United play, and I said this to Daps time ago, when you play teams, that you should dominate on the ball, like the Palaces and Nottingham Forest. Fred's never good for them type of games, right? Because he's not that good on the ball. But when you're playing the Arsenal Cities, you need that dog in there. He's the guy you start. So I would like to see Sabitzer start if he's fit, but I just think he'll
I think also it's the fact if he's just joined him. But
he'll play the exact same team.
He'll come on as a sub or something.
I think he'll start the exact same team. But
none of the big men are starting, but Rashford.
Do you know one more thing we're forgetting? Zaha is not fit, so that's one man not to worry about during this game.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, Zaha had hamstring injury last game, and he's out until March. They are trying to rush him back until in the end of February. So I'm with Castro, man. I think only Rashford comes into the attack. I think Sancho and Martial come on again. He don't want to get him injured.
And obviously De Gea comes into play, and I think he'll play exactly the same way. And I think that gives a little bit difference. And then you can bring on your Sabitzer if you're pinned back, you know what I mean?
When you bring, Cass, if you're 2-3 up and then you bring on Sabitzer, everyone's happy. It's like, nice, easy 20 minutes for him. You don't want to start him and then you go 1-0 down and everyone's forgetting it's his debut. Nice debut, get the win, get a few goals like you said, and let's move. And don't forget, man, we're the ones with the game in hand. So we actually play midweek again against Leeds.
When is the game?
We got Leeds on Wednesday.
No, when's this game?
I'm going to that game.
We're Saturday 3:00.
Right, you got to remember that Sabitzer, let's step out of the world of football for a split second and step into the world of human being, right? My man has literally just upped and moved, that's a little bit draining. Yeah, the fact that he's just moved his yard, he's just moved where he sleeps. Yeah, like he probably hasn't really trained too tough with the team yet. Like probably met them, done a bit of light training. There's no tactical time with him. I'd be shocked if he starts, to be honest with you. Like, I'd be shocked because you wouldn't.
I mean, Weghorst did kind of.
Do you know what's mad? It actually feels weird. We're all sitting here and we're just saying, yeah, Man United have got the 3 points. It's weird. Like, I don't feel like we've been in that position where we all talk as Man United fans and neutrals to be like, I know, and it's so good. But that's, I'm saying, like, in the last year or 2 years, 3 years, we've never looked at games and always said, yes, a nailed on win. But for once, like, it's actually like, yeah, Man United are going to win this game at home. Like,
well,
it'd be so funny if you don't. It'd be so funny if you don't.
That's the problem. Usually, bro, when that happens, you end up fucking losing.
Right. Though, so before we move on from Man United and before we go on to the next game, Obaid here on the super chat. He said, "My God, Daps, this is when City comes to life. Be aware, you have been warned. Ask United and Liverpool." Me and Ty were talking about. I don't want to dwell on it more, but we were talking about it. Man City from behind 8 points against Man United. You remember that? And then against Liverpool as well, you came from behind 9 points. So it's not strange for Man City to just still.
It's not strange.
It's still only 5 points. Daps, people don't realize it's only 5 points. Daps, it's only 5 points.
I do hear, yeah, but with a game in hand. Look, I'm not giving up. Trust me, yeah, I'm not giving up. But I'm just being very clear with it, yeah. It's not simple. Like, I mean, it's very simple. Sorry, where we are right now with the overall mood, and you know, we're not the team we were last season at the moment. But often we're not the team. Like, I very much remember when we dropped points to Crystal Palace, feeling so down last year, right? And then all of a sudden, from that, it was just win, 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 win. It can come at any point, and this is my whole thing with the game last weekend. Arsenal had a chance to stop our momentum and they didn't, because that's what you have to do with City. You have to nip any momentum in the bud at any opportunity, because every game that power-up bar gets bigger.
So we're going to Chelsea and Fulham, but before we do that, 220 people here. We need the likes, at least people to 150. I need to see the count going on my screen. I need the likes to go up. Just recheck. Check again underneath the live chat. It looks like this. It's free. It's not going to cost you a penny. Just do it. Hit that like button. I want to see 150. Now, Chelsea, the new assembled team. Do they start all these people? Do they start like Mudryk? Do they start Enzo?
I think they start Mudryk, don't they?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, they're going to have to. Is Madueke fit?
I'm not sure who's injured.
Is Madueke fit?
Long, man.
You've trained,
so,
yeah. I think
guys, can I just say yesterday, right? Yesterday, and I salute to all Chelsea content creators, firstly, right? Because, like, we'll all agree. Sometimes we have to put panels together for shows, and sometimes one of the teams we struggle with, especially if they've dropped points, yeah, is Chelsea, right? And this has been since we started Never a Foul 2 years ago. It's always been an issue. Is Chelsea, man, yeah, finding them. You've got ones like Lewis, ones like Matisse, ones like Yunus. They've never gone into hiding, right? But fuck me, they are having some fun with this shit, yeah? They are. I've seen Matisse has had one of the directors, one of the board members tweeting him, right?
Yeah, I see that.
I've seen Yunus on Big Six Extra last night, coming on with shades, waving money about. Listen, yesterday...
Lewis, have you got that sense of Lewis yet, where he's
Lewis yesterday, bro. Lewis was watching, literally, I went on YouTube, Lewis had 1,400 people watching him watch a flight tracker.
Oh my God! What?
Wow.
On my life, what? A flight tracker, right? And then it's like, yeah. And when it stopped moving, it's like it's landed. Then he brought in all of the others, and one of them was at the fucking airport with binoculars. I'm like, gee, these men are running with it. And the thing is, I have to salute it, because us as City fans, we try and downplay the money we spent over the last 10 years. Them man are so you try and correct them, and they're pulling you up and saying, no, actually, it's 600 million. Like they're
you know what it is with these Chelsea fans, Daps? All of them already. And I was saying this to Mo, yesterday, Mo, because we were talking about their transfers and how many have come in. Do they get top four, this and that? I already hear so many Chelsea fans saying, it's not this season. We already know how good we're going to be next season. So I feel like for them now, they're being clever, Daps, because they're playing that way of a free hit. Oh, it doesn't matter because we're already focused on next season. Whereas if they actually go and get close to top four, it'll be like, oh, look, told you, look, we come back and got top four. So they're like, as a fan, they're in a good position because they can play it off till next season. Say,
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
got to pay the
Look,
mill and
look,
stuff.
there's
So
no mistaking.
that's
The
what they're
age of the
doing.
signings, the ages of the players they've bought,
Brilliant.
Well, it's scary, 100%. Like, it is scary. The ages of the players that could be, and this is a thing that I think it's something that maybe we haven't seen with Chelsea before, that they are trying to build dominance, not just peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
They're trying to build a legacy now.
And it
So
also
it's
shows to
interesting,
me
man, but
that they are actually backing Potter. People talk about Potter and this and that, and obviously we haven't really spoken to the manager for a while. And I actually think with the signings that you just mentioned and the ages they're going for, with the Potter getting another long contract, of course, that adds up. Potter's building the team. The players will then come into their prime at 25s, 26s when like Dries James, Gusto, and Madueke and all these players are there.
Well,
It's all
what's his
aligning.
name in the summer?
Nkunku, like 25. Do you know what I mean?
Apparently, they're getting
It's
other
all-
players in the summer as well. But do
Yeah,
you know what?
it's all
Something
aligning,
no
like
one-
you
I
said.
want to ask
Sorry,
a question
one
about
last
this.
thing, something no one's speaking on with Potter, right? Everyone's saying these aren't Potter's signings. Everyone does need to remember that when Potter moved to Chelsea, his whole recruitment team moved to Chelsea as well. So I do think maybe Potter's had a bit more of a say in some of these signings than people were making out as well.
Couple of things I want to just say something. I don't see the same energy that was going on for City when they're signing players with a lot of money.
Oh, of course
Chelsea.
not, Bo, but it's
Okay?
funny, isn't it?
This is annoying to me because listen,
Thank you.
Chelsea outspent everybody in the top 5 leagues together, and that is something that needs to be spoken on, right? Like, you just don't do that and just go under the radar and assume that, oh yeah, we got the club without debt. You just spent $500 million in this last
More
two
than that.
windows. And,
Well-
and it's annoying. Let me just finish. It's
Oh, I'm
annoying,
glad that do you
and
know
it's
what, Mo?
gonna ruin the market even more.
But
But
Mo, as a City fan, I hope all other fans recognise that, and I hope But to me, do you know what? I would love nothing more than football to just get back to a point where people actually just talk about the football. And so, you know what? We did spend money. We had to get where we were. Chelsea have had to get back where we were. I saw a list earlier of the top 10 highest signings in the Premier League. United have made fucking loads. So most clubs are guilty of it. Let's
is
just
fine.
fucking move on with football
it's
now.
fine.
Innit?
And all I want to say is that I still tomorrow, and this is just me, if you ask me to put money on who's gonna win the game for Chelsea or Fulham, I would
Chelsea.
have to think about it.
He's
would
gonna
have
say
to think
Fulham.
about it. I'm not gonna say Fulham because
It's a
I'm
derby.
looking
Remember,
at
it's a
both teams.
derby.
Chelsea won 1 game in the last 5. Fulham has won 2, but they are coming from 3 games without a win. One of them is against Sunderland at home when they draw in the cup. They lost to Spurs and Newcastle 1-0. They are a very resilient team. Very, very resilient team. So I think I'm not. If you give me £100 tomorrow, this is the question I always ask people. You give me £100, I would really have to think about it. I might just take the £100 and go eat and not put the money on anybody.
No, I agree, man. But I can't lie. I don't care what Chelsea. You spent nearly 600 million. You don't tell me you spent 300 million, right, to go and own and not beat Fulham. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. Is you're at home, you're a rival, they're above you. You need the points. Now go do me something. Enzo Fernandez probably not going to play. I'm not trying to hear that excuse. It's Fulham. It's Fulham.
Casting giving no one no landing time.
No,
you don't
'cause
want
you know
no
what? No.
delays.
No, there's the same respect for when it's like man like Anthony for our team, Grealish, your team, Nunes, Liverpool. The same thing has to happen to Chelsea now. I'm sorry, mate. Like, you got Felix back, you've got Mudryk, you've got I don't care who plays right wing for them.
No. Felix is not back. No. Felix is still in the red card. He's out of the game.
Is he still out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
2 more
game.
games.
One more. Because they got the cut. No, they didn't. But anyway, I still think that
Wait, Reece
Fulham.
James and Chilwell back now, innit? They've been training.
Yes, but I'm looking at the report now in front of me, and it
Yo!
says no. Raheem Sterling is still injured.
Sterling's
still injured.
Permit.
Sterling still injured. Kanté still injured. Fofana injured.
No, I don't
Reece
care. I
James
don't
is
care.
injured.
Whatever team they've got right now, if Enzo in there, I expect to win, and nothing less.
He is
Show me
just registered. People are saying that Mudryk might not play. There's an investigation
I'm with
going.
Cass. Mo, I'm with Cass.
Happened to
As much
Pogba?
as we just spoke about Sean Dyche and potential new manager bounce. They've got new signings bounce. Mudryk
got a
first
new
home
team,
game.
Ty. They got a new
Adesina solid
team.
at home. I'm telling you now, Chelsea need to be beating Fulham at home. I actually am with Cass.
I don't
even
disagree
Fulham-
with you all. I don't disagree with you. They have to beat them, and I will make fun of them if they don't. But again, are they that favorite? Is it 9-1? No, I think it's a 50-50 or 60-40 or something this game.
The thing I said on Big Six yesterday is as well that now some of the players, so not too many players will probably come in tomorrow, to be fair. But even those players that are there, right, this is now ultimately it for them. Transfer window shut. They ain't going nowhere, right? If they want to play for the rest of the season, and if they want to move in the summer, right, to a club that they would like to move to, they have to prove themselves now. Otherwise, they're going to be benched. They know what's coming. They've seen what's coming, yeah? These players that have got away with it for too long, Havertz, yeah? He needs to step up. Aubameyang needs to step the fuck up. Because listen, this is... Who's going to take Aubameyang after Chelsea? Who's going to take him, right? So, it's even to the point now where Reece James needs to. Reece James knows he's even got someone, one of the best right backs. Even he knows someone's coming in the summer, right? So everyone there has got to step up. Otherwise, what they're going to end up like Loftus-Cheek and just sitting on the bench.
Apparently,
man.
Apparently, they have everybody. Apparently, they have Reece. They have Sterling back. They have Chilwell in the
Reece
squad.
should be starting though for me. Reece is not.
Ukrainian Britney Spears. Let's go, man. You got two 200 million players. No, two 100 million players on your pitch. So Britney Spears, get your toys out. Let's see what you can do, man. Hit me, baby, one more time and all that. And Enzo,
Spears?
Mudryk. And then what's it called? Another one, Enzo. Remember when Pogba first come?
I can't keep up with this shit. I'm getting too old.
I remember, when
did man just say Britney Spears on Mudryk?
Oh, that's over my head. My age is showing now. I'm not gonna lie.
And then obviously flipping, what's it called, innit? Like same way Pogba came with a big price tag and everyone was onto him for certain reasons. We all know why. Same way, I swear, Enzo, I'm gonna be watching every single move.
And don't forget, Cass, just to add a bit of salt on it, he's the British record transfer. Grealish's record's gone.
Yeah. So there we go. Well, he's not. Yeah, there we go, man. Let's go, man.
Okay, 250 people here, by the way. So just keep making sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new, man. Thank you, everyone that's watching.
I hope they do start a lot of plays because I want to see. I've been very, very open on this. I know very little about Enzo, so I'm intrigued to see what he offers. Yesterday on Big Six, people were really talking him up about saying pretty much he can do everything you want in the midfielder. So I'm intrigued to see it, man. I'm intrigued, very intrigued to see it.
So we're moving to Liverpool against Wolves away. Molineux.
Don't get me started.
Listen, I'm going to say that Cody Gakpo is going to play this game. He just arrived yesterday.
No, it's not his name.
He just arrived yesterday, and he is going to start tomorrow. Liverpool fans, you're going to see Gakpo for the first time tomorrow, and he might get you a goal and two.
Oh, what, is he fit now? Is he ready to start?
No, he just landed. He just landed yesterday, and they submitted the paperwork.
And is his chin in the country as well?
Yeah. So he's landed. He's gonna play tomorrow. But listen, you know what? Gakpo made us forget about Darwin Núñez, who's sitting on the bench. You remember me in the beginning of the season, Daps, when I said he's gonna be benched halfway through the season. This guy with injuries, I'm sorry, Daps, with injuries, they would rather play Harvey Elliott on the left rather than start Darwin Núñez. This is how bad it is.
Núñez is the left winger.
Listen, if you deep it, right, Jurgen Klopp spent how much on Núñez in the summer?
50. No, January, 50 million.
No, Núñez.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, 100 million.
It wasn't 100 million.
No,
but
it's 100 million, man. It was 75 pounds plus.
100 million euros.
Right, so they spent, Jurgen bought him, right? And then in the summer, in December, January, FSG gave him some money and said, spend it on whatever you want. He decided not to buy a midfielder. He decided to go and buy a player and bench his 75, 80 million pound striker, right? So, listen, to all of the Liverpool fans that are not blind, ignorant, and ultimately a top red, yeah, right? I understand. I get yours. But anyone that's saying this is all on FSG, wake up and fucking smell the coffee. Smell the coffee. Thank you. Klopp has to be held accountable for this, man.
I want to I want to get Daps and Cass's opinion about that.
Let me say one last thing. Right. I think he won't drop Henderson because we've seen how much of a leader Henderson is. I think Klopp is scared that if he drops Henderson, that whole dressing room is going to turn.
Obeid with another super chat saying, Daps, we got this, a three-peat coming in. He wants the Premier League. People have confidence, man. People have confidence. Thank you so much for the super chat. I want to get Daps. I want to get Daps and Cass's opinion about what we said yesterday, Ty.
Mm.
Guys, if they get bought, do they sack the manager along with everybody else?
Well, I've heard something different.
Bowley did that. Bowley got Potter
Oh,
and a new
oh, oh.
squad.
By the way, I've got an update for you. So this guy called, I can't remember, something Lynch, David Lynch or something like that, who does all the stuff on the Times and all that. Apparently, David Lynch. Apparently, Liverpool are not even up for sale like that. Apparently, they're looking for investment
Bro, I've
only.
been saying this for weeks.
That's
Yo,
months ago. We talked about it, and I said that
You man
statement.
are for sale. Them man just want investment.
The statement
Aye,
that
who's
FSG
Sam? If
put
you're
out
watching
means
this,
they are looking for someone to buy some.
Talk on that one, who's Sam?
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, bro.
Pep Linders.
It's so interesting who buys them and what they do. Like, because our owners paid mad attention to the community and to the City fans when they first took over. If whoever, well, ultimately, if they're not bought, then they're keeping him, right? If they are bought, as in fully bought out, I think if they listen to the core fans, you know, there is, I think at Liverpool, am I not right, that the fans have not a community, what are they called? A group that go to meetings with the board and whatever.
Like a forum group too.
Yeah. They have I believe that Liverpool fans have some sort of say, in the not in the running, but they at least have a voice, If they do, that will be all top Reds, Scousers, and they'll be backing Klopp 100%. So I can't look, for me, I don't think Klopp is the problem as far as I don't think they should get rid of Klopp, because as an actual coach, I think he's great. But I think he's got too powerful. And I think whoever the board that come in there need to say, you ain't getting involved in transfers. You can give us an idea of what you need, but we're going to have someone that deals with recruitment. You're not. He's got too powerful. Like, he's got way too powerful.
And I think I'm with Daps. I don't think he goes in the summer mode. I think, right, this is a Klopp team that we know is dying out of legs, and they need reinvestment. Not one midfielder, not two. They probably need three, but they need like 4 or 5 signings in the summer. They haven't had a summer where they've actually got 4 or 5, I feel, since they've done that rebuild when Fabinho was coming in, Van Dijk, Sadio Mane, like they sort of got to move in that year, right? I think this is the year that if they do get a bit of investment, you go out and get 3 or 4 players that Jurgen Klopp properly needs, and then the positions they need. And then if it does fail next season, he then has to answer 100%. Yeah. Right now, we're talking 60% Klopp or 40% here. And no, go out in the summer. You know what the club need, because you've seen the performance this year. They're 10th. They're struggling in the Champions League. They're out of the cups already. Go and get what he needs.
I haven't said that he should go or not. I said I see him as someone who's out of ideas, and I think that a new owners will think the same. They will think
out of ideas, but the players he's got.
Yeah, but still, he signed players. I'm sorry, he signed players. I don't
think Klopp's talent ID is even good, anyways.
Do you know what? No, it's not. That's what I'm saying, Cass. That's what I'm saying. But do you know what? I think something that's massive, right, is when you look at the structure of a club, it's how much, not just like it could be the chairman. If the chairman is living it, like Roman Abramovich really lived it. So he could notice things that were going on because he was living it. At City, to be fair, our chairman is like that, but even more so, he then has the right structure underneath him to also notice it. I don't know if at Liverpool, and Arsenal's a great example, that I think maybe Arsenal of old didn't have that, but Josh Kroenke, I think he is on the ball. I think he's seeing what's going on. I think at Liverpool, the owners haven't got a clue, and they've just got blind trust in Jurgen Klopp. Right?
And they lost Michael Edwards, Daps, as well, who was
they're losing a whole manager.
They need someone that is there.
He was
an actual chairman that is there every day. And listen, I don't know the structure of Liverpool, but to me, it very much looks like you don't see Pep getting involved in any shit. You know the names of some of the City people that get involved. Whereas at Liverpool, it's like, you know, the owners and then you know the manager. Yeah. And to be fair, you know the fucking manager's assistant, right? I just feel like if they get the right person in there, maybe the owners will be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, but
let's see. That's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. That game's gonna be a stinky 0-0. I can imagine both teams not scoring goals.
Both teams abysmal form. 1 win in last 5.
It's that Wolves can't score.
Terrible.
Salah's not hit. I don't think Salah's had a shot on target in 3 games. When we heard of that, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, Mo Salah, man, he's just a different person now.
I can't see anything for Liverpool. I would actually hate to play for that team right now. It just looks boring.
Do you know
Honestly,
the funny
it
thing
looks
is,
so boring.
Cass, if you go back to like earlier in the season when Liverpool's form was still bad, and me and you, I remember it was just after I think the Queen had passed away, rest in peace, and someone said about the Liverpool game that was coming back. It was after a bad run of form, and me and you said, "Yeah, this is exactly what they need. They'll probably come out and hit them for 6 or 7," and I think they did, didn't they? Smack, was it
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth? They smacked Bournemouth
Mm.
up, and we thought, "Here we go, Liverpool gonna," and then it's like, nope, and now it's funny because my go-to is to say, look, yeah, Liverpool's form's going to get good sooner or later because I know what they've done. But now I'm sat here going, nah, I don't think it is anymore. Like they're just.
It's actually I don't even see Liverpool making top 7.
It's gone from their
season.
midfield being bad to their defense is shit and their forwards are shit, and even Alisson's making a mistake or two.
I don't see it.
I don't even know what's
does anyone
going
see them
on.
getting top 7? I'm actually calling it top 7 for now. I don't see them getting into the top 7. I don't see them getting above Newcastle, Chelsea now. All the teams currently in the top 4, actually, then let's work it away. I don't see them going above Tottenham. I don't see them going above Brighton, and I don't see them going above who I just mentioned, Chelsea.
Fulham.
As well,
What about Fulham?
Now I think they'll get above Fulham and
they'll be playing with their rivals, Fulham and Brentford.
Yeah, it's Brentford, Fulham, and Liverpool. They're man.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's just me being actually honest. I just think Liverpool are absolutely atrociously shit, and long may it continue. And hopefully they do get investment. Only.
Yeah, hopefully. But the last thing, one of the last team that is here for the big 6 teams, it's not actually a big 6 team, is Newcastle, West Ham. Listen, Newcastle, I don't want to stay a lot on this game, but I just want to say that Newcastle, Anthony Gordon, they didn't have the best January window. We really expected them to go hard on this window, and then because they are already in the top 4. But again, I would still back them to win this game, dominate the game. West Ham, I think they won 2 out of the last 4 in the Premier League or something, so they are not in a bad form. But I still think I would back West Ham. West Ham, they won 4 of the last 5, and they only drew against Crystal Palace, to be honest, and that was away. So who says that Newcastle won't win this game? I don't know what you guys think, but I still think that if you guys think Newcastle, the team is, the goals are drying out, but they're winning. They're winning, guys. Yeah. They're winning 1-0.
No, they're winning, but they're not looking the same, Mo. They're definitely not. But
no, they're not.
Listen, there's a great quality. If City go on an unbeaten run for the rest of the season, looking how Newcastle have, I'm taking that every single fucking day of the week. So it's an interesting one. They definitely have dropped off performance-wise, but they are still getting results. I do think maybe not this weekend, but I do think in the coming weekends they're going to have one eye on that cup game, because United fans and United are up for that cup. Imagine how up for it Newcastle are.
It's going to be interesting.
I don't see anything with Newcastle right now. Like losing Bruno Gomes loses a lot of their play at the
moment. Do you know what you've got to see?
And I just can't see that midfield dominating too much of West Ham's midfield. I just got to think it's going to be more of a cagey affair, unless who can get the one, who can get the goal.
Well, do you know the hardest game for any team now against Newcastle is you, man, in that cup final, right? And the reason I'm saying that is, Cass, you go to games, so I know you'll say, no, I'm not seeing much on the pitch. But understand, bro, you haven't won silverware for a minute, yeah? Them Geordies are fucking passionate, bro. And they have not been to a cup final for a long time. Everything about that club right now
is
on that. They'll get used to it. Wait, Isak is out again?
I don't know. Yeah, I just see that from my Floss. I'm gonna have a look at that.
Oh my god, let me have a look at that.
But do you know what? Yeah, just quickly touching on it. I'll agree with you, Daps. I think St. James is top 5 stadiums and fans and the fan bases in the country, 100%.
Yeah,
so they're going to be well up for it. But I think what Cass has touched on there, Bruno Gomes is kind of that link between attack, midfield, defense, and he has the driving runs and the quality. I don't feel like Willock, Longstaff, and whoever's going to come in. Grumar's got a red card in the cup, so he's out for 3 games.
Oh, right. So he's not out against you. He's out.
No, he's back for our game. Yeah. But I just think like taking him out, and we look at that Newcastle team, on paper, it's not that great. Yes, they're sick at the moment as a team, but the goals have dried up. Callum Wilson's not doing great, and I think they're missing their midfielder. And with West Ham, I know West Ham have been poor this year, but with them finding a bit of form, some key players coming back, it wouldn't surprise me West Ham rock up and nick a goal. They can score goals. They can keep it tight at the back. Declan Rice in midfield.
Where is it?
Is it St. James's? But I don't think it matters.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I think Newcastle drop points this weekend. I'm gonna say
not a chance in hell.
We'll see. I'm gonna say they might drop points.
If it's at West Ham's ground, I'd agree. Not at St James's.
West Ham stinks, man. Did you watch West
It'll be,
Ham
it'll,
play?
it'll be
man?
hard.
They
It'll be hard. It'll be
stink.
hard. It'll be
We'll see.
hard. It'll be
Yeah,
hard.
but
But
it's-
Did Antonio end up going, by the way?
No, he stayed. And
Stayed.
he's the only striker fit because Skamaka's injured and Danny Ings is injured.
That too. So yeah.
that might. I don't know. I think it's going to be a boring game. But I think I'm not going to doubt Newcastle. I think they do get this over the line as well. Like maybe 1-0. I can't see them concede. I just don't see them conceding, man.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I can't-
the defense.
sorry,
I don't
lads,
see them
can I just say,
losing a
the cup
game.
final-
I don't know how are they gonna lose a game.
We need to score first against them in that cup final.
The cup final. I'll be honest, yeah. The cup final is going to be sensational.
If they go 1-0 up, oh my
A
god.
The
long
cup
day, innit?
final is going to be absolutely. I'm looking forward to watching that. Like the Newcastle fans, I saw something yesterday. I heard they had flags. I didn't fucking realize how many.
Yeah, bad. Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah, they got them all from. They had them all from Sports Direct, innit?
Bro, listen. Someone's mashing a pee on flags in Newcastle. Fucking
It's
hell.
like Leicester. It's like Leicester. They have them clacker things, don't they?
Oh, they're annoying.
they're
yeah,
annoying, innit?
man.
They're bare jarring, man.
But no,
Innit?
look, that game I'm looking forward to. Mo, you're going to do a watch along for that?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, Newcastle West Ham. I'm doing a watch along for that for sure, 100%. Okay, so we've done that.
Yeah.
The last thing is just the rest. The rest of them. There is Aston Villa, Leicester, Brentford, Southampton, and then Brighton, Bournemouth, Forest, and Leeds. I'm not gonna stop on every game. I just want to get your thoughts on which one is the most important game for you, looking at the table and stuff.
Who?
It's for me. Which one is the most important game for you? Is that Forest, Leeds, Brighton, Bournemouth? I think that's done. Brighton will smash them. Brentford and Southampton. I think Brentford win that. Aston Villa and Leicester. That's
Couple
kind
of
of
derbies in there. Couple of derbies.
I think Aston Villa Leicester's probably the bigger game for me.
Yeah, on
I think
paper, I'd watch
Forest
that one. out of
and
all the others.
Leeds will be
Yeah.
a very.
I think the
tough
Aston
game
Villa
between these two.
Leicester
bored of
one's
Forest,
interesting.
mate.
I think Aston Villa win. I think.
Yeah, but these three, like, listen, it's all of them are in like that area together. Other than of course, Brighton, who are in a different
Yeah.
world right now. than
Yeah, they're all there
everybody else in
together
the
with
league.
they're there with Liverpool, innit? And Chelsea.
I think for Leicester, Harvey Barnes will be the difference, isn't it, Mo?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jack Grealish will be the difference for you in the game against.
Well, he is at the
Spurs,
moment, to be fair,
hopefully.
mate.
I think it's Mahrez. That's what you
Imagine,
think.
I can't say the same for me in it, but imagine praying for Brentford and Brighton's downfall at the moment. It can't be me at the moment. Can't lie.
Bournemouth as well. Let me
never been
one
me.
last thing. Why are we not thinking that Bournemouth will get relegated? They are in atrocious form.
Oh, I
Terrible.
do
Because
They're
they got a
getting
couple.
relegated.
They got a couple decent signings. I want to see how they
Okay.
work.
No,
out.
they're getting relegated, bro.
Bournemouth
down.
are-
With
they are
Southampton,
down.
like both of them in it, but get both of them. Just get the coast away in it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South
Anyway,
Coast is getting battered. Mate.
Listen, if Southampton go down, I might predict Southampton win the championship next season.
unless like they let go of.
Yeah, they'll let
everybody
go
that
of
they
some, but they
signed,
seem
like
to
have
Kudus,
good talent,
Mohamed
man.
Salisu,
Southampton,
Lavia, all
need-
these guys.
they need
Walker
that. I need
Peters.
Bro,
Bella
they've
Kochap.
got a good eye for young talent. I know they've just taken someone from us to, I think, manage their academy or something. I just, and they do have a good academy. Southampton always have had a good academy. I could see them doing well in the championship next season.
Yeah, just give me Bella Kochap. Just get relegated, get a cut price deal done.
And then get Lavia back to City, and then everybody's happy. You know,
No,
At least
I
like
want
Chelsea
Lavia.
won,
I want Lavia as well, man.
they have the upper
You did.
hand, man. They have like a buyback clause.
I'm learning of
It's them.
Casemiro, best DM in the
No.
league.
From we bought that Perone, I don't think we're. I think Chelsea look like they're pretty. I've even heard of
Front
someone
runners,
that
front
Chelsea have
runners.
already had negotiations with him personally.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. But Man United need to be. If they get relegated, Man United to be all over that, man.
Okay, people. So we've done a long time now. We've been going for an hour,
Oh,
15 minutes.
I'm
Done
so
every
hungry,
game.
my
Trying to
brain's
do every
gone.
game. 250 people here regularly, and I need the likes to go up to
Who's live at the
200 people.
moment?
We are not on 200 likes yet. So people, check the like button behind your live chat. I need the likes to be 200 just right now. Please help us. And thank God, a super chat from somebody before we go off. Good that I caught that. So big fan of the channel, Chelsea supporter here. It's time for Graham Pulis to deliver. He has gourmet ingredients, so don't want to see McDonald's football. That's
Oh,
a
he's
brilliant
right.
super
That's
chat.
a great super chat.
Hold on, does that
That's
say
right.
Graham Pulis?
Yeah, Graham Pulis, like Tony Pulis, Graham Pulis.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal super chat from Alhambra. Whatever that is that's not is that a name?
Alhambra.
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 You have
Alhambra.
to be careful the way you pronounce things now.
He should be
Yeah.
better than Mimo. Come on. Your
I'm
neck
not
of the
sure if
woods
that's
there.
an Arabic name.
Oh, he is
I'm
now.
not sure.
I mean,
But
the way he
thank you
said Alan, it didn't sound that.
But anyway, another
Yeah.
fantastic super chat. I want to read it again. He's a big fan of the channel, Chelsea supporter here. It's time for Graham Pulis to deliver. He has gourmet ingredients, so don't want to see McDonald's football. It's a brilliant super chat. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for the support and everybody that has been here with us. We really thank you so much for being here. Anything else you guys want to plug in other than
Catch me and Cass on Coppish
Coppish.
in
About an hour.
40 minutes at 10 p.m. on Coppish. Be a good one.
And
As always.
tomorrow, Man City Tottenham preview live on here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, make sure you're here for that, and obviously subscribe to the watch along channel down below.
yes,
But
the
yeah,
watch
big up
along
on the
tomorrow.
Tottenham.
Fulham Chelsea. I'm doing a watch along for sure.
Quick one.
For that.
Quick one. I am resting. I'm not resting yet. Everyone in here, as soon as this stream ends, make sure to put a comment in. Like, tell me how the stream is. Just comment anything you want. Anything. Just wait till the stream ends. Just wait here and do that a favor and keep doing that because we want to see what. Just give us feedback. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
please.
obviously we want you to cuss some people that are not on here, innit? So people like Guna Lee and all that, you know what I mean? Like, get onto them a little bit.
Tell us all who Ty looks like.
Yes, please, people. So thank you so much for people that tuned in. Do we need to comment the video as well below, or we
You
want?
don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to.
You don't have
You don't have
cook
to.
my prawns, man.
You don't have to, but I mean,
But it helps us.
appreciated,
It helps
you
us
know what I
big
mean?
time. Like feedback and a comment helps us. But thank you so much.
Actually,
people.
and just one last shout out. Sorry, one last shout out. Shout out to Ty's brother, who gave my mum the recipe today for lemon and pepper chicken wings. Real talk. They met each other in Lidl, bro. Real talk.
Oh my god, yeah. Shout out my brother who also decided only to become an Arsenal fan this year. Me and Daps see you.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Me and Daps get the
Like
joke.
you being a Spurs fan, Mo. Don't worry.
Yeah. But big up everyone, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Preview Man City, Tottenham, man. So big up.
Yes. Thank you, people. Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon. Salute.